On November 23, 1996, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961 departed from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It was a routine flight, seemingly ordinary, with 163 passengers and 12 crew members on board. Among them were people from all walks of life, a diplomat traveling for work, a legendary news cameraman documenting the world, and others whose names we may never know but whose lives would soon be caught in extraordinary circumstances. As the plane climbed above the clouds, the world outside seemed calm and ordinary. But inside the cabin, a tension was quietly building, invisible yet imminent. 20 minutes into the flight, the calm would shatter. 3 young men, ordinary in appearance, rushed the cockpit. Their intentions were clear. They demanded the plane change course. They wanted to fly to Australia, a journey that would take approximately 11 hours. There was just one problem. The plane had only 3 hours of fuel. It was a suicidal request, a plan that could doom everyone on board. Captain Leo Abate, a seasoned pilot with decades of experience, immediately recognized the danger. He had been hijacked before, and he knew that panic, fear, and negotiation would not be enough. These were men determined to take control, and time was running out. The captain's strategy: suspense and hope. When his attempts to persuade the hijackers failed, Captain Abate began to formulate a secret plan. Without their knowledge, he set a course toward the Comoros Islands, a tiny cluster of islands in the Indian Ocean. There, perhaps, lay the only chance of survival, a small airport, a sliver of hope against the vast, endless ocean. Every second mattered. Each turn of the aircraft, every word spoken in the cockpit, carried the weight of hundreds of lives. The passengers were unaware of the impending danger, feeling only the normal hum of the plane and the routine announcements of the flight attendants. In the cabin, fear was slowly creeping in, though no one knew why. Families settled into their seats, reading magazines, watching the in-flight entertainment, or simply staring out the window at the endless blue below. Some had plans for the next day, never imagining that in a matter of hours, their world would change forever. Among the passengers, the American diplomat tried to calm nervous travelers. The news cameraman, who had seen crises across the globe, remained composed, his eyes scanning the cabin, documenting every subtle sign of unease. The hijackers' demand: rising danger. The hijackers were relentless. They threatened the crew, demanding compliance with their impossible request. Every attempt to reason with them failed. Fuel levels dropped silently, like a ticking clock counting down to an inevitable disaster. Captain Abate remained focused. He knew that confrontation was dangerous, but strategy could save lives. He carefully guided the plane, gradually bringing it closer to the Comoros, while giving the impression of following the hijackers' orders. The ocean landing, climax. Hours seemed like minutes. The tension was unbearable. Passengers clutched each other's hands. Flight attendants whispered reassurances, their voices trembling under the weight of fear. And then, as the fuel warning alarms began to sound, the moment of truth arrived. The Comoros Islands appeared on the horizon, a tiny patch of land surrounded by the endless ocean. Captain Abate's skill, experience, and calm under pressure would now be tested against the unyielding laws of physics and the fury of the hijackers. The landing was unlike any other, an ocean landing, an emergency descent into a fragile strip of hope. The plane touched down with the last ounce of fuel, skidding across the water as waves crashed alongside it. Survival was uncertain. Panic and courage mixed in the air, and the world seemed to hold its breath. Aftermath, reflection. Some lives were lost, some were saved, but all who were on board would carry the memory of that day forever, the day when ordinary passengers were thrust into extraordinary circumstances, when courage and quick thinking defied impossible odds, and when a pilot's secret plan became the difference between life and death. Flight 961 was no longer just a routine journey. It had become a story of bravery, desperation, and hope, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, human skill, courage, and determination can shine through. Closing, contemplative tone. And so we ask again, could anyone have predicted this day? Could anyone have imagined that a flight meant for a simple destination could turn into a test of survival, a struggle between human will and fate, and an unforgettable lesson in courage? As the sun set over the Indian Ocean, the echoes of Flight 961 lingered, not just in the water and sky, but in the hearts of those who survived and in the memory of history itself.